Hi everyone, in this video I'm showing you how to make a super delicious almond and cocoa nut brownie with ruby chocolate. In my mixing bowl I have 180 grams of almond flour, and to that I'm adding a little salt. And these are 40 grams of coconut flakes, followed by 40 grams of coconut flour. Then we're gonna need 10 grams of baking powder and 40 grams of black cocoa. I prefer to sift the cocoa because it's very lumpy. Use a whisk to bring the dry ingredients together. Then set the bowl aside and let's prepare the wet ingredients, starting with 250 grams of coconut yogurt at room temperature that I'm mixing on high speed for a few seconds, and to that I'm adding 5 eggs at room temperature. Mix this on high speed for 2 to 3 minutes until you get some volume. Then add 200 grams of erythritol, or any sugar substitute you prefer. Turn the mixer up and mix for 5 minutes until you get a lot of volume. Then slowly pour in 20 milliliters of grapeseed oil and 2 generous teaspoons of vanilla bean paste. Now continue mixing for a minute or so and then add 125 milliliters of buttermilk. The buttermilk should be at room temperature. Now pour the egg mixture over the dry ingredients and mix with a whisk. The batter comes together easily. Just make sure you lift the whisk every now and then to make sure you mix evenly. Shake off the dough clump that forms between the wires and continue mixing until you have a perfectly homogeneous batter. If you mix vigorously, you should be done in less than 5 minutes. And don't worry about the loss of volume, that's totally normal. The cake will rise in the oven. Here I have 60 grams of butter that I melted. It's slightly warm, and to it I'm adding a teaspoon of batter. Give it a little stir. It doesn't have to be perfectly homogeneous, and only then add it to the bowl. This way it's easier to incorporate the butter evenly. Don't forget to scrape the small bowl and then mix with the whisk. Then switch to a silicone spatula to make sure that everything is homogeneous and add 200 grams of ruby chocolate. Just incorporate the chocolate and you're ready to bake. Now put the batter in a medium-sized rectangular baking pan lined with parchment. First, push it into the corners and then level it with your spatula. Bake the brownie at 190 Celsius for 30 minutes in a preheated oven. And here it is, risen and fluffy and rich and delicious. This brownie is enough as it is, but if you want to play on those complex aromas of ruby chocolate, melt some ruby chocolate and slather it over the brownie. It's best if you do this while the brownie is still hot because ruby chocolate isn't very fluid and this isn't a ganache. And if you want, you can also sprinkle some chopped ruby chocolate on top. Then let the brownie cool down to room temperature and enjoy it. It's fluffy, rich, creamy, and amazingly delicious. See you next time, Dessertophiles!